So if you're somebody who dreams big and you want to do big stuff in property, don't start by just jumping in without knowing where you are. First of all, find out where you are, then build up slowly. You can start small, but you're thinking big. And then, by the way, you're going to either give up or you're going to end up taking a goal that's supposed to take you a year. It's going to take you 5 years.
Or go for the wrong deal because it's the most available.
And I looked online, there's nothing like that. So we build a platform where the properties are vetted. You can find the support you need when you're looking to get into property. Either you're starting, either you're growing, or either you're scaling.
Welcome to another edition of Mindset Profits. I am bringing a guest today who is having a very exciting challenge that I can give him, because he says if he had to build a property portfolio of 100 million, if you had to start over, how would you start? If you're thinking of property investing as a side hustle or a business that you want to get into, if you're a working professional, you've got board money lying around and you want to invest into property, this is going to be one for you. Mr. Ezra, let's jump into it. Welcome.
Yeah, you're putting me right on the hot seat. No, thank you very much for having me.
First off, the 100 mil, because when I wanted to do the episode and say 10 million property portfolio.
Yes.
But you said 100.
Yes.
The very first question in anyone's mind is, why would you go to 100? Have you done it before?
That's a very good question. So one of the things, I want to answer that question, but I want to start here with some background. One of the things that I learned actually in the property journey is the three things that are working out in the property industry is the education is available. There's also structure on how to do it is very clear. It's in the books, it's well documented. But the nice part about it as well is, the community as well, where you have mentors and people who can be able to help you. So when you say 100 million rand, I remember the first time my mentor wrote the number on the board when I was with him. He wrote, it's like 100 million rand. It's like, what is this? I said 100 million rand. My whole body was like, then I knew this is something that I need to be able to do. But with those three things in place, it's very possible to do. This is something that I've done before when I was building my portfolio. I started when I was in university. I was managing up to 105 beds. I had this idea that I never wanted to get a job. So I go to 105 beds, student accommodation and Airbnb with hustle only, hard work. I never had a job.
How did you start? You were a student and you got to managing 100 beds, over 100 beds.
Yes.
With whose money?
Well, people, when you're managing people's money, when you're managing people's properties, that was their property. I just started a business that was good at managing. The way I started in my university was I had my first business. I was born in a family of entrepreneurs. So I had my first business, I think, my official one, when I was probably 20 years old. It was in the fashion industry. My parents had to come to Jesus moment where they said me, they're like, shut it down and focus on engineering, or you're coming back from Limpopo. I'm like, I'm not going back to Limpopo. That's why I go there once a year, even now. So after that, then I convinced them that, I have this property thing that I'm doing. I did not tell them initially, but I got a mentor who helped me get into the property industry, and then he taught me how to purchase my investment property. The first one was like when I was in university. It's like, you just have to find a property, learn how to underwrite properties, and then find a partner who has capital. Okay. So, of course, I invested in my first property when I was in university. I was a young landlord walking around university, feeling like I have tenants, feeling like I made it, And that's something that then I realized quickly that, hey, having one property is not going to make me rich, and it's not going to give me enough passive income that's going to help me not get a job.
How much commission as a percentage were you getting from managing?
From managing, it was like 10%, 8 to 10%. That's how much you get. So that property, I was getting management fee, the first one that we just got. I was getting management fee. I was also getting we were sharing the profits at the end of the year. So that year, because we got a property and then we wanted to extend it, and it's like, no, my partner was like, no, let's leave all the money in, let's use it for extending the property. So I realized I'm not going to have money with this year. So the 10% is not going to be enough. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? So now that I know how to underwrite properties, what else can I do? So my next idea was, okay, what if I manage for other people? And then I went around getting brochures and I was giving people, hey, can I manage for you? Can I manage for you? And then that went into, a few beds to 100 beds soon.
Wait, how did the brochures get to the owners? Because it's not the owners that stay in the property. So how are you getting...
Very, very good question. No, I was networking. One of the biggest part about community of properties is networking.
Yeah.
So you have to network. You have to say, okay, so where can I find the owners of the properties? Okay, so if you put the brochures down, they're not going to find it. But what if you go to the networking events? So I joined the Chambers of Commerce in the one in Melville. I joined a few other places as well where I was going, meeting up owners. There was
Bro,
a property.
as a student, you're doing this?
100% as a student.
What year?
Probably like third year.
I had a podcast, Winston, just recently, and I was saying the same thing that I'm about to say to you.
Yeah.
I'm a bit jealous.
Why?
I said to him, it took me like deep into my 30s to have a big business, solo business that cracks $1 million.
Okay.
And you guys
Already started.
at varsity.
Yeah, no, basically before even varsity, I mean, in high school, I used to do like, when we used to have those soccer tournaments.
Yeah.
I used to convince my sister, my sister invested in me so many business failures in me so many times. So I used to have those tournaments and I convinced them like, hey, can we have the stalls? And then we'll buy a stall, sell there on the weekends. I convinced my friends to give me some money. Sometimes we made a big loss, I remember, and the food did not get all bought. So we had to go and look for chisanyamas and other places to go sell it at night, by the way, outside the places. So it was one of those things where, and it's always been like that. I've been entrepreneurial. It's something that is just part of who I am. I had friends when I was in university as well. First year we were selling shoes, we were selling stuff. It was always something that was happening around entrepreneurial, pursuits.
I think it's good tips for those kids that will watch this and that are still in varsity, or if you've got a child who's in uni, to say, hey, check other children.
Yeah.
But I want to be super efficient and get into the lesson of how you build this property portfolio.
Yes.
But let's get to how you moved from these 100 beds to your own portfolio.
100%. So from 100 beds, the whole idea was I don't think that the money I'm getting from this property can convince my parents that I don't have to get a job.
Yeah.
So I did the maths. An engineer at the time, a graduate engineer, was getting 20,000 rand. I was like, how can I get 20,000 every month that I can convince my parents to say, I don't want to get a job. I have 20,000. So my idea was, okay, managing the beds, and then I was getting like it was not too bad, but I was not getting to 20,000. I was like, what else can I do? So I got introduced to a mentor. He was into property development. And then he's like, you know what, come and run around my office and see what you can do. I've seen the projects like 30 million rand and I'm putting the funding proposal together, 50 million rand. I'm like, I want to do this. By the time I was chasing petrol stations, I got a mentor as well in the petrol station. The only issue there was compliance. And then the petrol station were like 6 to 10 million rand. Some of them were 12. But then they're like, no, you have to write these tests. So it was taking so long. I was like,
buy it.
Yeah, no, to buy financing was the easy part. The compliance of it, like you have to have some certificates.
To qualify to buy it.
100%. That's where the issue became. I was like, okay, I need something quick because I need to convince my parents before I graduate. So
that was the driving force the whole time.
It was. So, and that's something that I managed to build. That's why we built something called, your financial freedom number. Yeah. It's basically how much passive income you need in order for you to quit your job or to focus on your business. It's based on that as well. Mine was 20,000 rand at the time. And it's a tool, it's like 60 seconds. We can give it to the people who are watching this right now.
Must have.
100%. So that thing was the biggest driver. So when I went to my mentor and it's like, petrol stations, what are you doing? And I showed him the list. I got like 100 of them. It's like, you know what? The easier one is to look at this development thing. I'm like, how? It's like, no. And then he's like, work on a few projects there. Then I've seen how people are putting the projects together. And then he was helping me. I got a lot of assistance when it comes to professional team. You need a very good team. You need a debt capital. We managed to get like a lot of debt capital. We also managed to raise some money. I think the only reason the project did not take off is because inflation changed and the money requirement got bigger. So that's something that I was not ready for. I did not have enough network because I was at university. Even if my friends were rich, I mean, their parents might like me, but they're not going to give me 10 million rand.
They won't.
So that's when the whole 100 million rand thing, crashed. And I realized like, the only thing I was missing actually was I don't have enough of a strong network outside the people I knew. I knew like 3-4 people who were rich. And I also did not know the investor type I was. To say I'm the type of investor who needs to start smaller because that's what I can afford and then build up instead of just swinging like higher. And that's why the way I would start it, if I had to start from scratch, is basically start building, understand the investor type. It takes 60 seconds as well. We build a calculator for that. Understand what type of investor you are. Are you the entry-level investor? Are you somebody who is a little bit in the medium, depending on your cash and also the bond that you can be able to access?
Explain the levels. Just break it down.
There's 3 levels of you as an investor. You could be like a leverage investor or starter investor. Let's just say type A.
Yeah.
You are somebody who basically you have a full-time job, your pay slip is your asset, and you can at least save up to 70,000 Rand in cash.
Per year.
Yeah, no, yeah, that you have. Basically, you don't even have, you just have it at once. So
Okay.
that can allow you to get into the property market. If you earn less than 22,000 Rand, you even have an advantage because there's a government grants that can give you like first time home buyer fund.
Yeah.
100%. Those can help those people to get into the market. So your pay slip is like your biggest asset actually when you are looking into this.
Mm-hmm.
The second type of investor is somebody who has anywhere between 200,000 to around 500,000. That person's opportunities are a little bit wider and open. They can be able to build up a portfolio that can actually get them around net income of around 10,000 to 20,000 Rand there if they use it properly.
This is liquid cash that you're sitting with.
100%. So cash requirement is very important. As much as you qualify for a bond, if you don't have the cash, guys, you're not gonna go far. Serious. If you don't have the cash, you don't know people with the cash.
Yeah.
You're gonna struggle. And the third one is somebody I call a legacy builder. Is somebody who wanna buy blocks of flats. You wanna build like a whole complex. That's where 100 million Rand will come from. You at least need to have a network or access to capital of around 5 to 10 million Rand. If you don't have that, you're not going to do it. There's no way. You can government can tell you we're going to give you funding. They gave me the letters, all of that stuff. I got all those things and I managed to raise some money to an extent, but I couldn't raise the full amount that I needed, which was around 10 million Rand. I struggled because I raised around 5 million Rand, 5.5, whatever. But the issue was networks. You're like, okay, every time you go to different people, you still have to start the relationship from scratch. So relationships are very important, the three types. So if you're somebody who dreams big and you want to do big stuff in property, don't start by just jumping in without knowing where you are. First of all, find out where you are, then build up slowly. You can start small, but you're thinking big. If you start big and you swing for the fence and then you fail, you're going to end up on this chair like me and you're going to have to build again from scratch, So I think that's the biggest lesson. And that's what we build Investment, which is our platform to just help people to say, okay, don't stress about the tools you need. You can find tools that will help you know what investor type you are, your financial freedom number, and also you can find opportunities that are vetted for especially working South Africans to be able to invest.
All right. So how did you flip that then to helping other working professionals? Because what you told me is you find working professionals that want to get into property and you help them with their initial investments or you help them build this portfolio.
It's a build of a portfolio. It's a build of a portfolio basically from wherever they are to different types of portfolios. And let me tell you how that happened. So in that process of me building my portfolio, it took me 18 months to find the land I was looking at for developing student accommodation. It was around 505 beds. So student accommodation project, 18 months.
Okay.
And then the second block of flats I bought, it took me 9 months to find that. And I had to go through 7 deals, like up and down, going back and forth. And I think we submitted a little bit more than that as well to different funding institutions. I don't want to call names, otherwise they'll call me. So that...
Successfully or...
No, the other ones were failure. The only one got at the end. So which is like, it took me that long to find the one that was actually registered. That's the first one. If you see that and you're working full-time, I was doing this full-time, by the way. I was not even like employed anyway. If you're full-time working and you want to do that, when are you going to get the time to get 18 months of just looking around?
Yeah, I get you.
And then, by the way, you're going to either give up or you're going to end up taking a goal that's supposed to take you a year. It's going to take you 5 years.
Or go for the wrong deal because it's the most available.
Yes, you know what I mean. So that's the thing, and that's exactly why we end up saying, okay, what if we build a platform that had all these opportunities that I don't have to go looking for them? And I looked online. There's nothing like that. So we build a platform where the properties are vetted. You can find the support you need when you're looking to get into property. Either you're starting, either you're growing, or either you're scaling. And you have the right team around that. The service providers, or different types of service providers there, funding support as well. But most importantly, we just want to help you grow your portfolio with the right, team there. And it's free. You just go online, log in, find opportunities that are vetted. You book a call, and then you'll be able to invest and get started. You don't have to take 18 months like I did, 12 months like I did.
It's free up to what stage? Because when I hear free, my alarm bells start to say, hey, Jack, they'll get you somewhere.
No. We're not a charity. We're not a charity, I'm kidding. But yeah, seriously, we do charge once you want to consult, basically.
Yeah.
We do charge once that, but it's free for somebody if you want to learn about property investing from a practical standpoint. Because what I love about the industry in property is there's so much education. The education part is solved because that was the biggest issue. There's no education. But right now, there's access education everywhere. You can learn up, there's books written down about it, whatever. But once you do that, if you just want to see the practical part of it, you can log in on the platform, see a property, see the analytics, see what the return is, how does it work, compare the cash and the bond, different types, see multiple type of properties. And then you can make a decision from then if it's working out for you or not. But I think from a practical point of view, that is the best way to look at.
Would it work for someone who's outside of South Africa who wants to invest in South Africa?
Oh, we get a lot of those. Yeah. Actually, like
serious?
A lot. So we actually, one of our biggest things is the diaspora investors is like people who come from South Africa and they work abroad. So they want to like build stability at home. Oh, they love our platform. They love our platform because they're like, you know what, I don't know where I'm going to go and who's going to help me at home. Because if I send my money home to somebody at home, they're going to chow it.
Yeah, there's been stories like that. There's been stories. People from the UK sending money here
at home. And
they were seeing photos. I know one who actually retired. And then came back to say, I'm coming to retire in my mansion.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's bad. That's
there
bad.
was nothing.
That's bad. That's the stuff where they avoid. And then they end up, they love our platform. So that works best for them. We also find people who come from Africa, but then they're based in like different part of the world. They also want to invest in South Africa because it's a stable market. They also are like that. And then there are just people from anywhere else who are international investors who love to invest there. So those are like a little bit fewer than the diaspora investors and people from Africa who are also based on different parts of the world. But yeah.
So if I'm working and I'm on a salary right now, at what level do I need to be to start thinking of reaching out to you guys? Because I imagine it's not just anyone who will.
No.
Or who can qualify to.
No. But here's the thing. What I've realized is, you probably know this because you're about financial literacy and you understand the importance of how people, the important tool of an asset of having a pay slip. But even if you have a pay slip, like 2/3 of people or so, they have their money finished within 5 days from payday. So this thing of, I'm going to save for retirement and stuff, I mean, if we're being honest, it's not going to happen, So I would say that if you have a salary, right, and you have a pay slip, that's your tool. Get on our platform. There's a tool there you can use to check your financial freedom number. That's number one. How much do you need in order for you to retire if you want to retire or run your business? Because a lot of people have business aspirations as well. They want to figure out, okay, how can I balance my salary, my home into this as well? It's like 60 seconds. It's very quick.
Okay.
The second one is know what type of investor you are so you don't get lost. It's going to save you a lot of money if you know what type of investor you are. Check it out as well. That's free. We do have also like free books, that you can read about property investing on our platform. People can have a look at that. So educate yourself. Education is very important.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be hooking people up here.
No, definitely. We come bearing gifts.
You come bearing gifts.
100%. And those things, and also wherever you need in terms of our consultations, the initial ones are for free. If you see something there that you're not sure about, etc., you need some direction, book a call and say, hey guys, this is my thinking. I don't know how my thinking is, and then get like consultation from anybody of our team. And that will help you to know if you're ready to invest or not, Okay. So those are some of the basic resources people can get. And they don't have to don't jump the gun without you understanding what you're getting yourself into. I tell people all the time, doesn't matter how good an investment looks, as long as the numbers, if you're not getting better returns that you are getting at the bank, keep your money at the bank. Or keep your money wherever you're keeping it. Don't move the money now because somebody, if it doesn't make sense, please. I have one of our clients who bought a property and said, I bought this property, I want to see if it's a good investment first. Like, you don't do it like that. You have to see first before you buy. You can't do the other way around,
Because you lose money.
Yeah.
It's painful. There's a lady that I interviewed. I think she's into property as well.
Okay.
She was saying they say love is blind, marriage is the eye opener. But when it comes to property, buying is blind.
Yeah.
Selling is an eye opener.
No, that's the thing. So, and they do that. It's like people only realize once they sell, they're like, oh, and then those are the people those are our best clients. After they burn themselves, they're like, they come running. They're like, guys, help us
go through this again.
100%, and they want to do it properly. So I think that's the thing of, if somebody's starting right now, I think the best thing is use the free tools, book a free call, get an assessment of, okay, where am I, can I invest? If you feel like you're ready and you're something that you want to do, take the next step of actually start exploring some opportunities.
There's something you didn't mention along all of this, the investment strategy, because I know you property influencers love that word. Depends on your strategy.
Oh yeah.
How does that word align to what you're doing? Because I imagine someone who wants to put money in that direction would be curious. What strategies are you working on?
That's a very good question. There's property influencers. I never saw myself as a property influencer. I just see myself as somebody who built a platform and empowering people there. But thank you for the compliment. The strategy is, the only problem with us as individuals, as people, we are unique. And we have unique needs at different points of our lives. Somebody might want to invest because they want to retire, but somebody might want to invest because they want to make an extra income. And then somebody might want to invest because they want to go on a holiday and have a place where it's their own place, but then they want to rent it out for the rest of the year. Do you see what I mean? So the needs are so different and unique. So it's very difficult to have a blanket approach and say everybody gets in this line. So that's why there's 3 reasons why people invest. Is you either investing for safety. Maybe your kid is coming to university at VETS or UP, wherever you want to buy a flat there. You know that is a safe market. Nothing's going to happen. The university is not going anywhere. You're not making money. You're not there to make money. You just want your kid to be there. And after they move out, like, I can rent it out, but I can sell it. I don't need to keep this place. So some people do it for that is safety, or just investing anywhere around the north. Then the people who are investing, going for capital growth. So capital growth is another one as well, where somebody's saying, okay, so which area is like developing? There's a lot of development around. If I buy a property right now, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, the prices might be up. They're not caring about cash flow as well. They just care about, can it make money when I'm selling it? And then you have the people who are cash flow, who are saying, I want extra cash. I don't care where this property is. As long as it's making me money, I want that. And that's like the different type of investors as well. So as an investor,
that's a brilliant answer. I haven't heard that breakdown.
Oh, thank you. As an investor, you need to know which one you are and where you must be focusing on. Because if you're somebody who's not in an immediate need for cash, and you're happy to wait, and you're happy to get a place that is safe and is on the up and is already developing and is nice, then go for
capital growth.
Yeah, and then if you're somebody who's like, no, I don't care, as long as I have rooms, whatever, put whatever, as long as I'm making money, then you can also go for cash flow properties. And then if you're somebody who is for safety, it's like, no, I don't want anything happening to my asset. I want to sell it, even if it's at the price I bought it at or just a little bit above. As long as I'm in a safe environment, I'm fine. And then you need to go for those type of properties as well. Look for safe neighborhoods. And that's what, determines your strategy. It's basically, what type of investor you are. But that is where you are in life, your class as well. Are you like working poor, working class, middle class? Are you upper class, where you are? So that determines a lot of things as well. And of course, your goals, your why. Why are you investing? Is it for retirement? Is it for perhaps extra income, or is it for lifestyle? Where I can be able to share this with my kids, or go on holiday. We can use it, but it's fine. It's like we have an Airbnb in the house, and it's not making much money, but it's a cool thing to have. So it's a nice neighborhood. So those are like various reasons here.
I think last question from my side, because working professionals, I think the one question they will have when it comes to putting money in any platform is, how safe is my money? What safety protocols have you put in place to make sure we know that you are a safe bet?
No, definitely. That's a very good question. So our platform is more like where people can find opportunities, but they don't want to put money in the platform. The money when you're buying a property, we promote full ownership. We don't do fractional investing. So you don't want to like send 10 Rand or 5 Rand and you invest in somewhere where you don't know where the money is. We don't do that currently. I think what you're focusing on is full ownership, and the full ownership follows a very strict process when you purchase a property in South Africa. There's 2 lawyers. For those who don't know, I had one person who once called and say, can I send the money to you? I'm like, yo, please. I'm kidding. But seriously, some people do things like that where they're like, can I send the money? So I'm like, yo. And this is people who inherited money. That was a very tough situation. It was a young kid. He inherited money, and then I think he had around 700,000. He wants to buy. He comes to our platform. He's like, yeah, so when I'm buying, do I send you the money? I'm like, yo, this kid.
I think that's an important one to emphasize, because there will be others that inherit kids. Watch,
please
listen to this part.
It's very painful. It was very painful to see somebody in that situation where they don't know and they build trust with somebody online, and then like, can I send them? Do I send the money to you? So just know the basics. There's 2 lawyers. If you're buying with a bond, you have somebody who's registering a bond, you have somebody who's transferring the property. Those are the 2 lawyers you pay. If there's a fee that you pay to a specific company, we charge fees. You pay to them directly for those fees only. You don't pay all your money in somebody's account. And the lawyers must be registered, and just make sure that they're repeatable, check them out, etc. And most importantly, most estate agents as well, they have licenses. Our company is also like licensed as well. So this process of purchasing property doesn't change, basically. It's the normal process that we follow. Everybody follows. And in South Africa, it's very protective to the consumers. So it's a very nice
check the licenses as well.
100%. You must just be careful of. I also nearly got scammed when I was starting out. I got a guy when I was buying an apartment in CBD Joburg. This guy had an apartment there, and then it's like, I was like, I wanted to put an offer. It's like, yeah, send me the money now if you're serious. Send you the money. How isn't it supposed to go to the lawyers? At least I knew, because I had mentors.
Yeah.
But if I did not know, and I was like itching to just say I own property, then I'm immediately saying this guy is going to enjoy his weekend.
Oh man, I remember there's a story. Actually, this happened. There's someone who sold a house to 7 people.
Oh man. Now maybe that's the guy.
They landed the same week. Cars are moving with the moving trucks.
Yeah.
You're coming to move in. And yours is coming. And then there's another one.
Now there's like a...
And you're hearing, no, you can't come in. There's no keys. There's another car that was truck that was here yesterday.
Yes, that's
and
tough.
It's now the neighbors telling you, no, you are number 5.
And yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't understand, because there's so much information out there, I just wish people...
But guys are convincing. They have the English like you.
Hey, I don't have positive English. I'm not there yet. but seriously, that's sad. That's sad, because I think there's a lot of information out there, and there's like repeatable firms and companies that are actually giving free information. So I think that it's very sad that people can still get scammed. But for younger people, I feel sorry for them, the ones who just inherit and they're scared of talking to their uncles or whoever, because they think this person is going to tell me to build rooms for him or do this and then whatever. And I need an alternative. So we found those a lot who come out and then it's like, no, I have 100,000 or I have whatever. But I wanna make sure that my uncle doesn't know, because he wants me to build rooms next to where he stays or something.
I get you.
I need to get out. I need a way out of this thing. Can I, how do I do this? So that happens once in a while. And I think those guys must actually, it's very sad, because they just run into that situation. It's not like something they planned, They not plan to say, okay, I'm going to be in this spot and I need to find information about investing.
Wonderful, man. I've enjoyed this one. And I think we were pretty efficient. So what we're going to do is drop me some questions around the investor type, around property investment strategies, or any situation that you're in that you need help with. We're going to call the man back. He'll be back with his English to break it down.
I'm not visiting McCoy yet, man. Thank you for your time. I do appreciate this. This was fun.
Man, thank you. This was fun for me too.
100%.
See you in the next episode. And remember, drop those comments.